It's been going on for months. It's finally over. Car Rarity changes Wave 3 hit earlier in the week. We're hopefully done now for a while. Let's see what change it's made to my garage. Mike on Top Drive. Hi, I'm Mike. Today we're going to look at my garage after Wave 3 of the Car Rarity changes have absolutely destroyed it. Absolutely destroyed. I've lost a lot of legendaries. A lot. 10%. 10% of my legendaries have dropped to epic. Nearly 10%. It's crazy. Anyway, this is my table. This is what I've got. Ignore the awarded number. That is absolute rubbish. The remaining numbers seem to be correct. Obviously, the number of cars that have changed is totally incorrect as well. So actually, I'm showing you a table that's a load of rubbish. But I did not produce this table. This is a Hutch table out of the game. I have a better comparison ready on the next page. Here we go. This is a screenshot from pre-Wave 3. And the second one is after Wave 3. Now that shows you that pre the rarity changes for epics and legendaries, I had 290 legendaries. Now, after the rarity changes are all finished, I have 273 legendaries. I know that's a massive number still, but it has gone up by 6 new epics that went to legendary, which I'll show you in a minute. Therefore, actually, I've lost 23 legendaries. 23, which is nearly 10% of my legendaries have gone to epic. And yes, they're all rubbish. Most of them should be epics anyway. But it's a big, hard blow when you lose that many legendaries. I mean, legendaries take a lot of effort to get. It's crazy to lose that many just overnight. Let's go in and have a look at the garage. So significantly, at the top of my garage, my Audi R18 has overtaken my Peugeot 208. My Peugeot 208 was my highest RQ car. So that's a big change. Not a big change, it's a little change. Let's have a look at the ones that went up. So the things that went up, the BMW with all-surface tyres, that's okay. This Skoda is amazing car, epic. I loved it, I've used it so much, I'm gutted to see it go up. The Chevrolet, the same. It's a really useful car. If I can't use the Skoda, I use the Chevrolet. Unfortunately, that's legendary now as well, so it's going to be harder to upgrade. The Farbound, I've got 2 of them. I don't think it's going to be much use as a lower legendary. I've got 2 of them. I will keep 2 of them. I'm not getting rid of it. So be it. Right, in the epics that came down from legendary, we've got a couple of prize cars, an Alpha, another Alpha. I've never particularly used either of those cars, so that's not a problem. The Bentley Continental and the other Bentley. What you'll notice is I've wishlisted the cars that I want to get and the new rarity. I would rather pull this as an epic and unlock the legendary. However, now I think about it, it doesn't make any difference because it's only one fuse into a legendary anyway, whether it's an epic or a legendary. So ignore that. I've wishlisted a lot of cars for no real reason. But later on in the ultra rares and the super rares and stuff, it is important to wishlist them and try and get the replacements at lower rarities. Weirdly, the first car I maxed was this one. The Mitsubishi Lancer, I'm not sure what to do with, whether it's a 323 or a 233 car yet. I'm holding off, but I will probably max that with the tokens. This Audi RS5 was absolutely useless as a legendary. The BMW 745, useful car in the end after I put so many upgrades in it, but I'm very happy to get those upgrades back again. Cadillac Lyric, hallelujah, it's gone down to epic. But unfortunately now I feel like it's not any use at all. At least when it was legendary it was semi-useful maxed, but it's nice to get the tokens back out. Cadillac CT6, again another car that I had to put an upgrade in for a tri-series or something. Citroen Visa I've already maxed, came up. I wish I had more than one of them, but I could never pull a second one. But I've got that maxed immediately, so that's good. There's a lot of off-roaders come up, there's a lot of drag cars. The Peugeot 306 Maxi, I've got 3 of them that came up from ultra rare. I guess I'm probably going to end up upgrading all 3 of them, but I think probably at RQ69 it's still quite useful. Let's get this one 233 now anyway. Okay. What else have we got? A lot of off-roaders. I try to keep 2 or 3 of every off-roader that I pull, just because then I can create a drag spec one if I need to. I don't know what to do about that Alpha, whether it's worth upgrading now. We'll leave that for the time being. This Fiat used to be great. I don't know. I'll wait to see if it still is good. The Peugeot 207 went up as well as the Maxi. So that's probably another one I can instantly max. Let's just see which is the oldest one. They're all about the same really, aren't they? Let's just force that through. I still have a few fuse tokens for epics and not a lot of cars I want to max straight away anyway, so I'm not too fussed. There's a couple down the bottom end of there. So this Hummer HX has gone 4-wheel drive, so I put a couple of them maxed. The Morgan +4 is also dropped from Epic, so I've maxed that because it's a price car, so it's not going to be fused away. There's quite a few of these cars I have moved up and down, and I've immediately maxed them just using tokens to get them useful, especially if they've come up. This Renault Sport seems to have a higher handling figure now. I maxed both of them just because it seems quite useful. What else have we got in here? That's about it really. I don't want to go through all the lower rarities. So let's quickly show you the two cars that I have maxed, legendaries with tokens. A couple of cars I've wanted to max for a while. Off-roader, first of all, the Peugeot 405 is now fully upgraded. Pretty pleased with that. I use it quite a lot, but I would use it a lot more. Now it's RQ100 and fully maxed. I might do the Audi Sport Quattro. I don't know, it feels like a good car to max. There's not much else I'm that interested in maxing up in the off-roaders at the moment, even though there's a lot of them there. There's a lot of off-road cars that moved up. My standard tyre stuff, I really wanted to max this Lancer, so I did. It's got the best handling out of all the standard tyre cars. And obviously we've lost a couple of standard tyre cars down to Epic. And that's the two big upgrades that I've done on legendaries out of these tokens. Getting tokens back is a really good thing. I really enjoy maxing cars. The biggest problem is that you don't really know what's worth maxing anymore. But obviously these cars didn't move. Therefore, they are still as good as they used to be and worth maxing, I think. Certainly very pleased with the standard tyre car and the off-roader. Not so pleased with all the loss of legendaries. And that really is it. That's my overview of what's happened to my garage. Absolutely devastated that I've lost so many legendaries down, but I agree they probably should have been at Epic. But when you pull a legendary, it's exciting, and when you find out that it's not really worth being a legendary, you know, it's devastating. But it doesn't matter. I hope you have done okay out of the token system. I know it's painful sometimes, and I know it feels like you don't know what to do with tokens, and then you end up maxing things that you're never going to use again. Don't worry about it. Keep the tokens for a while and see what you need them for. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. But this video is over. Get yourself out of here. We are done.